If you're an Uber Eats driver like me, there's nothing worse than problems, delays, basically anything that gets in the way of making the delivery, right? So Uber just announced brand new updates that's going to make this process easier and save you time, but let's see if it's worth it. I've been on the Uber platform since 2015. And when Uber reached out and said, hey, do you want to partner together to go over some of these announcements on a video? I said, sure, but as long as I can give my honest take. Well, I got the green light. Thanks, guys. And now you and I can go over these updates to see how will it help you on the road. Let's simulate a delivery here. What's actually changing, right? And Uber just had their huge Only on Uber event, but I want to go over something specific for you. So imagine you get a batched offer request, 2 or more assignments for one driver. So let's take a look at one here. Here's my batched request and I like it. Okay, so I'm gonna accept it. So now I just gotta go to the restaurant in this case and make the pickup. Now here's the thing, look at this pickup here. If I have 2 different customers at the same restaurant, we're gonna have separate prompts. So I have to confirm each prompt, I have to scroll to find another prompt. And sometimes you might even forget you have a second pickup at that restaurant because it's kind of like buried down the screen there. What else has happened to you at the actual pickup though, at the restaurants? Because I know I've had like, okay, maybe the one has a drink and I forgot that. Or maybe both have drinks, but the restaurant only gave you drinks for the first one. So here's change number 1. This is gonna make it easier for you and save time when you're making batched pickups. Now we have an enhanced trip planner. That's gonna give us more info on one pickup screen, so I'm not scrolling to find stuff, and there's easier indicators to see exactly which pickups I need to do. So we can see here in this example, I have both pickups displayed simultaneously. So there's less chance, hey, I forgot, I actually have 2 pickups at this restaurant, let's say. And then number 2, remember we said about like the drink scenario, if you forget like one had a drink or they only gave you drinks for one of those pickups. So now we're gonna have enhanced pickup screens here for verification. Now, this is gonna help you stay on track when making pickups, and then hang with me, I'm gonna show you the new drop-off process as well. But now I can clearly see, hey, don't forget this. It's pretty straightforward, but again, I don't want you to make mistakes at the pickup. So we've done the pickup. We're gonna have a simpler verification screen here, and then it's gonna prompt us to make sure we have the right order for our first drop-off. So let me show you what's new here with Uber on the drop-off process. Before I do that, let's think about what might go wrong at drop-off, because we talked about the potential issues at pickup. Have you had any of this happen? Because I've had this happen. So you forget an item at the drop-off. You mix up which customer gets what for, again, batch deliveries at drop-off. Or even if you do everything correctly, think about this. You know the drop-offs where you have 2 offers going to the same customer. So it can be like, well, rarely the same restaurant, but let's say like a restaurant and a convenience offer, and they're both going to the same customer. Then you have to click through the confirmation screen, take a picture of his contact lists, and then do it again for the other merchant, drop it off, take a picture. Again, it's not very seamless. First, let's take a look at this verification screen here so you know you have the right order and the right things so you're not forgetting stuff, because I've made that mistake in the past. Make sure you have everything and we can make the delivery. What about those drop-offs with the 2 different merchants though? And frankly, I think this is the update that I like the most because I think this is how it should be done. I'm glad that Uber's doing this. So if I have 2 merchant drop-offs to the one customer location, now all of that is shown in a single streamlined flow for you as a courier. That is fantastic. So we can see something like this. I'm starting the drop off, and then in a single flow, like a single screen here, basically, I see both drop offs and I can complete them both right here. At this point in the video, just really think about your batched orders that you get. I showed you the updated screens, the pickup and the drop-off process. It's more seamless, it's gonna save you time, it's easier to understand, which I like, especially that kind of single order flow thing we just saw. My initial verdict on this, when I saw this, I feel like I want them to do anything that makes this more seamless, that there's less steps, there's less confusion, it's easier to kind of read the app here. Really, the only challenge I'd say is just understanding the new workflow, right? Because it's different screens at pickup and drop off. But frankly, I mean, you can look at the Uber driver app for more info on that. I feel like I do want to try this when it comes to Pittsburgh. So let me know when you get this in the comments below. But I feel like anything that could, let's say, prevent dings on your account or like mistakes on your account, missing items, stuff like that, right? But even for tipping, think about this. If it's more seamless on the pickup and or the drop-off process, and I need to test this, anything that reduces those mistakes, I'm in favor of anything that might lead to more customer tips. So I like it, but I need you to let me know, basically, like in the comments, which one of these would help you? Is it that pickup process that you like the most, the drop-off process changes, or just kind of both? You know, like which one of these would help you minimize those problems?